Abusua for ni akwa kuti information na etimi ababetu dwa no. I said that baby ameka no. E base area na chese nsema hodo a ekoso in the various political parties. And the banner ababesum obi bia e wa hase no. Na abusua enemensa aka story foforo a ye kwa kuti. And as information foforo kwa kuti. Eso so adaroma. Obehwe video ne dia kwa kwisi e de amam wi a na watch wadwen o comment section honom say dey say esi fata no amansem ne ho atema wi nso a unya subscribe my channel we are because the channel need A2K news and plus no subscribe as also edit ama me person make us after video no zenko inquity insanity.
The question too from say with all those in favor nanka I know one more can I now no I kind was so loud. The speaker had to rule in favor of the no's because it was so obvious and yen and I adore our chamber.
Wow.
And because of that thing they were trying to push on the last day did not go through. And so I'll share no as an example, you understand the value of numbers in parliament. So I'll share there's something going around, say majority leader no what they say as an emergency sitting there. The point being, say, now that they are going to try and bring their members into the chamber, which makes you understand the value of having a majority. They will make sure it passes through. And once they can marshal their numbers, the guarantee is more or less there. And he said, boss say, endeavor to vote for young MPs. No, so okay, say NDC. Now, we should either put a stop to the bad governance or the things that have been done that are not in favor of Ghanaians. No, we should reverse them now. The president cannot act on his own.
That's right.
I was so ordered for parliament. So ultimately, now say only Ninkro for our parliament and then the year dream back. The all all yakwa. So we'll say. And pass out per se NDC ba ebetina akunya kesi no so na se won ye adwuma emma ye nya sa majority our parliament man na chere se wo per se e bebregu. And with what is happening no there be aye do no wo hwe nyama akosu pi no we need to send a strong message that enough is enough. But beyond that no, it's not just about winning the election. It's about what you do in the aftermath of the election. Election, no, and no matter the idea Sebi, it's very important. And no, and governments be bad power. But beyond that, if you don't have that political will, number one, now when yasa 2 minutes our parliament more, the which means that you will come and you will let people down. And I'm always really harping on it, is to let people understand that the very direct link between what you have in parliament and what's happening in the executive. Because our system no na
and by drumming home, sir, message, do you get a sense of appreciation? I mean, based on the number of days I've been seeing consensus, say I'm of what I see the relevance of having the numbers.
Me wajidi mum because says okay bibi na one church mu say winty and I was say yes idea. Sometimes people don't appreciate the value of it because sometimes parliament no yena de bia tim say but the work that happens in parliament on the blind side of the public I just a committee jumani na of no committee work na cameras no NC so into nobody actually knows the amount of work that's happening there, so all you see is parts of the debates that happen on the floor.
True.
Just says so far and no as the only thing I hear or parliament ma you might assume say who ain't but the system of democracy that we are running includes a very, very dynamic and very active parliamentary legislative arm. And I believe said repeating it is bringing more people's attention to the fact say if we really want our democracy to work effectively for us, then we must empower the arms of government. But I believe say Samisha said President Mahama all corner rounds Newman seminar with regards to what is going to be done when it comes to corruption now. I'm happy about that because you see, baby, the levels of corruption we can't continue pretending that it is normal and it is okay. It is not. Because if you want to draw the direct line or the between corruption and what is happening, for example, say ABA, it was a procurement be also a hospital be ye better to enro Emma Wanama eba ho whatever the medications may be. That's the Obia Fadrin say ono sikana ye diabasa on fan to se drunu. Onto obe divert e dia kostoke ono anim pharmacy. It is a patients be ba hospital hona omohwehwe nra. The hospital pharmacy itself, which should have all of those medications, no, doesn't have it. Now you're directing Ipakrono say, oh, pharmacy where I want chain hey. So okwa obenye edru na ohwehwe. That medication was procured specifically for the hospital. Now se Ipakrono eni sika obetimi akoto sa edru no was a pharmacy na any hospital na obi a divert sika na kohona. What that means is someone could die as a result of that. That is a direct link between corruption and your life. Inti abatona ye kono. It is an indication of where we've reached. We must understand that there is no invisible link between corruption and our well-being, corruption and our economy, corruption and our stability. It is directly linked. And when sometimes the impression and they say, oh, now media mentor by and say me who and whom for to me directly. But if you understand that corruption is linked to your well-being, in my case, I would defend my party. NDC Abaya, we say we're going to deal with this. That has a direct impact on you. It will have an impact on your fuel prices, on your food prices, on your NHIS card, whether it works or not, whether a draw or pharmacy or hospital, government hospital, and not somewhere else, for example, whether you have the correct equipment being procured, whether the roads are being built properly, whether the road tolls, sikana yetia for road tolls, whether it's actually going to repair roads or whether it's being diverted to somewhere else. All of these things affect you. It is all because the number of accidents AC or Kwaiso has increased because the roads are bad. You have a roads and highways ministry. You have road tolls in place, for example. And all of these are to ensure that you have maintenance of that roads. Poor maintenance of the roads because of somebody's corruption will cost you your life because all you are trying to do is get from one place to the other.
But in the case of recklessness, in this case, a road tolls everywhere. Even the number of years Yashri says he can account for no. And then I'll bet my far back to us.
Which is exactly why I keep emphasizing on the fact that we have to have that majority in parliament. Because and unfortunately, it looks as though more and more, a lot of things that are happening, for example, in parliament, government party, essay, MPs, so sometimes, there are times when, so for example, let's go back into recent history, this issue with the past finance minister.
That's right,
yes. There was a group of members of parliament, MP before, they were saying, I was so resigning. And now, saying, yes, a president, also you need it. I think we saw what happened after the censure motion. Yeni Raya Court Chamber Nanka was a Yotuaba in favor of the motion, say indeed he should resign or should be impeached. Suddenly, one of Macrapa a year press conference, Eddie Kind, a cancer papa non resign. Exactly. Knowing so the point is, if we are now creating a system where even when the thing is not right, because party say you should align and do that, then we have a problem. It means that we are not protecting the public, we are not representing them properly.
Because I've seen a couple of times when Mumu I have dissenting views as against party position. At the end of money, as I will thrive over MPP was against.
Well, I can't speak for what happens there except for what we all witnessed. But I certainly believe, said on issues with regards to good governance. Once our party is in power, we will not sit down to be because it will affect all of us. And we all came there with the intention, say, and not to do something simply in party interest.